Hello, you guys. Happy 11/11 portal. So excited to come to you guys today. I just wanted to do a quick energy update because we're just coming off of the full moon, blood moon, eclipse, and now we're rolling into an 11/11 portal. So it is a super energetically charged time right now. And so I wanted to come in, give you guys a quick energy reading update. And let's get started. So I've already pulled some cards previously. I was on here previously and did not capture any sound, which was completely, yeah, one of those moments. So therefore, I wanted to make sure I reshot the video and give you guys updates. So let's go ahead and get started with what these cards were. So the first deck I pulled four cards, and that was from the Lucid Dreamers Tarot deck. Very nice deck. I am so into it. So let me go ahead and get started on what our cards are. So first we had the sun. I like to think of the sun as the happiest card in the deck. So it was super exciting for that to be one of our first cards to come out. So for me, the sun, when I see it, first off, it's a lot of flow going on in this card. I see some new life. I see pure positivity. It is ultimate happiness for me, joy, success, vitality, warmth, positive outcome, optimism, confidence, sunshine, and truth. So I just totally recommend you guys go out and get into sunshine during this season. I know some of the globe is going into fall and winter time. However, spend this time still embracing that sunshine any way you can, from sun gazing to just laying out and letting the sun just kind of refresh you during this time. I feel like would be just totally awesome. So tune in, you guys. Tap into yourself, that self-love, that filling yourself up. So, and just stay super positive and optimistic during this time. First off, with the 11/11 portal, we are bringing things into fruition. So it is a super exciting, ripe for manifesting time. So you are the alchemist. You got this. You can make this happen. So definitely stay positive. The more gratitude that you stay in, the more optimism and positive vibes that you stay in, the better and the faster that your manifestations show up. So definitely get into the vibe. So confidence, just all of that. I just need you guys in the flow. Let's go. And the next card that actually came out was the Hermit, right behind the sun. So it is also with that same season as it's time for the sun, and but when you are out in nature, you can go alone. Like, this is not codependent season, you guys. I know it's cuffing season, but this is not codependent season. So you do not need anyone else when you are out. You don't need external validation. You can definitely go out and just enjoy the vibe. So definitely think about that during this time. What time can I carve out for me? You'll see some other cards that coming up are speaking about other self-care things that you can do, but definitely get out into nature. I highly recommend going for a hike, a walk. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but basically just find those ways to feel the sun and feel good, but also spend the time to yourself. Do not overextend yourself during this time. I also see the Two of Cups. I do see that divine energy. I see that divine masculine, divine feminine kind of coming together kind of vibe is what this definitely speaks to for me. So I always think of like unified love and partnership, mutual attraction, romantic love with this Two of Cup card, connection, mutual respect, joining forces, close bonds, and unity. So definitely stay open, you guys. If you are single, love is possibly on the horizon for you with a super beautiful connection, a divine connection, that safe space where you can just truly be yourself, feel love, birth anything that you pretty much want during this season with that divine partnership in this 11/11 portal. So if you are looking to manifest divine love, begin loving on yourself and begin being what you want. And if you are already in a relationship, this is also time to take things to the next level with that Two of Cups. Begin to do things together, partnership move, whether that's business partnerships, whether that's just supporting each other's vision, whatever that looks like for you, just begin to tap into that at this time because the energy is super ripe for it. And also, just those who are loving on themselves right now, love is in the air. So just remember to spend time loving on you or your significant other or both. I definitely am down for both. So 10 of Wands was the next card that I got. And for me, sis looks tired. She's carrying all of those wands and she's definitely looking overwhelmed. So for me, that's like I said, too many burdens, extra responsibilities, efforting stress, exhaustion, duty, obligation, burnout, and struggles. So for me, it is just time to drop the burdens. It is time to surrender. It is time to release all of those fears and these things that we've taken on that are just no longer serving us, no longer feel good. It is definitely time to release those things to spirit, to your spirit team, to your archangels, to the most high. It is a release and a surrender season for sure. Harvest season, harvesting the things that we are just coming from, but also just in a space of surrender. What would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say and to who? Like it is definitely that season of just opening yourself up and saying, Spirit, what does it look like for me? What is your vision for me? And just allow spirit to just download and trust those nudges and those things that you are hearing. That's your higher self and that spirit speaking to you. So begin to just embrace that and not overthink it, but just be present and just go ahead and go with it and flow with it. Shall spirit just said, just not go with it, but flow with it and see what comes up. So release, go into hermit mode, let it go, feel the sunshine. You are enough. You've always been enough. So everything that you were overdoing, trying to be enough, it was proving to who you when you've always been enough. So it is just so time to just let everything go that is not serving you. Those things that feel good, those things that feel fun, those things that make you laugh and light you up. That is what you embrace during this season. Yes, I'm here for it. And then next we got to the sea. I'm such a bath person. I'm such a bath person. So this was totally right up my alley. But spend that time bathing, relaxing. I hear detoxing. If you are a shower person or a bath person, it doesn't matter, but that water is definitely cleansing. So spend that time either in the shower or the bath, releasing everything that no longer serves you. Just see it just going down the drain when the water is draining and just going from the bath or the shower. You can just see every all the stress going with it, all the anxiety going with it, all the imposter syndrome going with it. Like it's release season, you guys. So let's just let it go. Like what doesn't serve us? Bye bye. So tap in. If you live by a body of water, any sort of ocean, sea, beaches, this is definitely time to go walk along the beach, embrace it, get in the water if it's not too cold. You are super lucky and just dive in. And I just say that it's just time to the if you have to cry it out, if you're feeling overwhelmed like that, you can sit in the tub and even cry and just release. This is really the season to let the water heal us. Water has a lot of healing properties, and it's just time for us to allow that element. So we already had that earth from the sun and all those other things embracing and allowing us to detox and feel good and feel refreshed and coming out of hermit mode, but feeling that sun on our face allows us to feel so supported. So let's do the same thing with that other element of water. And the next card was imagine. Now imagine that. So it's definitely time to imagine the highest and grandest, largest vision for your life. This is not the time to play small. So throw small out the window and just begin to just really allow spirit to download to you what it is that you should be doing during this season and even per se during this lifetime because it's definitely time to kick it into high gear and just express the highest and grandest vision for yourself. It is like somebody there like grabbing up from the higher realm I see in with this card. And it is just such an angelic and beautiful vibe to this card. I'm loving the blue, and we just came out of the blue, but this blue was more like a detox blue is what I was kind of getting from this. Like she's been through it and she just kind of needs to like just shake it off and kind of go to feeling good again. She definitely is in a release and letting some things go kind of a vibe. And I see the face in the clouds. It's kind of like encouraging her to just release it. They're like, why so serious? I feel like they're saying to us a lot of times in the spirit realm, it is some serious things to accomplish over here, but you are definitely expected to feel good while you're doing it. It's a choice. If you don't want to feel good, even though things show up that definitely have an emotional impact on us, but to just release it, get the lesson, get the information from it, but to release it. And I tell you guys this as I tell myself because it's definitely easier said than done, but it's about having joy on the journey as well too. So don't be so beat down, so burdened down is what spirit's saying just from this card alone. Don't be so burdened down that you miss the journey, you miss the joy in it, you miss the all the beautiful parts of it. And especially when we're in our imagined place and our manifestation, definitely gratitude just brings those things faster. Clearing the negative thinking just brings those things faster. So, and then just co-creating with spirit, what would you have me to do during this time? What will really light me up? What will really bring me joy? Am I thinking too small? Am I still cheating myself from some experiences here? So, between the highest vision that you can come up with and opening yourself up to spirit, this is really the time during this portal and during this season, and even for the rest of the year to just embrace those things that are ready to come in. That's exciting. Okay, so we just had that was the Wisdom Oracle deck. Definitely love that deck as well too. We have some of my favorites that I brought to the party today because it's 11:11. Definitely needed to bring some heavy hitters. So the next one is the Angelic Guidance deck. And the first card that came out for that one was Do the Work. Look how loving they are when they say, Do the work, girl. Do the work, guys. They're still loving when they say it. So it's just time. And this was with that imagine. Once you begin getting those downloads and getting that vision, it is definitely time to put the things into to action. It's not just about visualizing, but when you are visualizing, I was feeling very guided to wear my turquoise and my blue crystals. So if you do any sort of crystal work or candle work, definitely tap into your blues right now, the turquoise blue, the ocean blues, the whatever blue makes you feel good. And this is I was also being guided to tell you guys this is going to tap into that third eye chakra and our throat chakra. So, tapping into those frequencies during this time, releasing any energy stored in there where you feel like you could not speak, you could not say it, just releasing that so that you can communicate things lovingly. You can communicate your boundaries, you can communicate whatever needs to be communicated. And even with your vision, that you can stand in that birthing of your vision. And if you speak to people or if you have to do things like that with what you're creating, you definitely want to be able to release the words and not have them caught up. With the third eye, you definitely want to be able to see it clearly and not have fog or just so therefore it's just that time to continue to do that. So doing the work of releasing, but also just anything that you're when you're in hermit mode and you're hearing your shadow calling you a little bit, telling you that it's time to release some things, that it's time to forgive others, that it's time to forgive yourself, that it is time to release the burdens as we've already been told by spirit today. So when all those things are coming, it's not easy releasing the burden sometimes. These things we've been holding on to. These things were serving us in some sort of way because you normally do not do things that do not serve you. So on some level, even if it's on an unconscious level. So therefore, it's not always easy to just release it. It feels a guilt may come up, a like you're giving up, a shame, all type of things can come to the surface, but also they are also coming to be released because only love is real. So we just have to get back to what we know. And I'm here on the journey with you guys. So I totally get that it can feel heavy even dropping off bags. It's like that's what I really am feeling in my spirit, how heavy it can feel sometimes just releasing things. Like, wow, that's very interesting. So the next one that came after that, and I'm remembering the order that they came out was I remember angelic protection was at the bottom of the deck. So just in case you were ever tripping, just in case you were ever feeling like that you were not totally protected, Archangel Michael and your total spirit team said, I got you, boo. So just you can dismiss any of those thoughts that you're not protected. Continue to white light yourself, continue to white light your home, your car, your family, your just every situation before you leave out. Make sure that you have some sort of practice of a protection practice going on where you mentally see yourself protected, where you call upon your spirit team, where you call upon your angels to protect you. Coming home from place to place and just making it home safe is a truly underrated blessing. But you also are always protected and always taken care of. So continue to be grateful for that. Like we talked about our gratitude, be grateful that you're always so protected. Know that you're protected. And if anybody was wavering or having those moments that you did not feel protected, that you did not feel safe, I need you to call upon your angels and your spirit team so that you can feel safe and grounded within your energy, because that definitely doesn't feel good to not feel safe. So I need you to know, and they wanted you to know that we got you, that you are 100% safe. But if you are ever having that moment of wavering or just a need to feel it a little bit more, they are definitely there to give you that loving embrace. And Archangel Michael is standing strong, sword, he's ready. So fear not, he says, fear not, they say. And the next one, then Holy Love, it flew out after that. So it was just so beautiful because we had some different things in here talking about loving on yourself and things like that that we've already went over at the beginning. So the fact that the holy love was just sitting here telling you that you had so much divine love and divine support in that spirit realm, that there truly was nothing to worry about. We love from such a conditional place in our physical human form, but they also were here to tell you that that divine love, a love like we have to even learn again here because we've been so separated from it, or we've separated ourselves from it. So now that holy love just wants you to just embrace it. When we were talking about that's what we were talking about, the two of cups and that love coming in and loving on yourself. And now here comes holy love telling you, yeah, but the highest, grandest love is here for you. So yes, you will have human love, you will have love in this physical form, but that agape, that holy love is surrounding you at this moment. So just take a minute and embrace that. I don't think we embrace that enough. And you just need to take a minute and just breathe and take that in, because it will definitely change and shift perspectives if you just ever need to check in with that. And then guardian angels. So we already had the protection, the angelic protection, and then our guardian angel is also saying, I got you. So once again, just continue to stay focused, just continue to stay on the journey. When you're in hermit mode, get your download, listen to that intuition, listen to spirit, manifest, manifest, manifest. You are the alchemist. So just continue to release, manifest, love, have joy. It was a lot of great messages that came out here today, guys. So, like I said, I'm definitely on the journey with you guys. So, I'm embracing all of this. It was such a collective message for all of us. I'm so glad that you guys took a moment to tune in and tap in. I would love to hear about things in the comments. So, as things are unfolding, as your manifestations are coming up, just continue to just hit up the comments and share the story so we can all just be encouraged as we are manifesting our vision and just stay connected. So I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Have an amazing lifetime and enjoy the portal.